Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback. He is a young pup, just 21 years of age, out of Pompano Beach, Florida. It's Lamar Jackson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got him in, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Games. I'm just running this bitch the whole time. Fuck you.
Jackson on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Lasley, his 4th touchdown of the year. The Ravens have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete.
CPU got me.
Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to
Get
the
the
There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And Charles,
just play your fucking games.
I'm not going to. We still have December left. We're only in November. But pressure comes in the Steelers.
I'm protecting a million people. I cannot,
Leading
bro.
the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now a first down carry by Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Oh, they bullshitting right now, boy.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Perriman.
What are you doing?
Through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What the fuck, bro?
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Wow.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Dude, they just give CPU everything.
Offense.
Thank God.
They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
He didn't fumble after that.
In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They let him get that.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
First and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
Come on, bro.
Down, but couldn't connect.
You're trying to tell.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers.
You're
Just 2
trying
for
to tell
7
me
throwing
I
the
can't
football,
complete a
but he did seem really
simple
locked in
route.
before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh my God.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Jackson, he sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Okay, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Intentional grounding, offense.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
I don't know what the frick this CPU running, but this shit got me.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Leslie, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. Right now,
he's got daylight. He's at the 30.
Wow,
10,
bro.
and he's in.
Oh
Touchdown,
my fucking God. Fuck you.
Eli Rogers, his first touchdown
I couldn't even
of
tackle
the
him.
year.
That's
and the
fucking
Steelers
insane.
get the quick strike touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman.
Bitch, I could throw that shit too, bitch.
Ravens touchdown. Rashawn Perriman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that.
No, I gotta figure out this
Bottom
bitch ass
line,
CPU.
he's really good.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing.
Oh,
at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because
now we locking up, baby.
A few more of those.
Yes, sir.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers.
That's my fault.
And they'll get it all the way out the field to the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there. And
if I could just hold to a field goal, that would be amazing.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And McDowell here over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down
so fucking bad, bro.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Oh my God.
Really nice game right there. First down for them.
Oh, the
Nice second down for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Just a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that'll give them a first. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Roethlisberger now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It works. Drop it in, like a coverage on it.
And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
That shit worked.
When someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a
That shit
disaster.
fucking worked. Let's get it.
Nowhere in between, right? Exactly right. It takes him.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. Third down here. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to...
They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. They'll throw on first down to Jackson. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Jackson on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season.
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their
Coverage is
adjustments.
what's
So
been
guess
working
what?
for me, so
You adjust
just
yourself
stick
and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He has wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball. And that's how you throw a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I guess it's
They
like
take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I guess they would go with the 96 speed receiver these days.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 64 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned.
Y'all some motherfucking assholes, bro. This Reds a cover 3, cover 4 for me. No, stop running this
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last
He don't gotta be
week. He's
like
over
this.
70% right now. He's under 50%.
So that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete.
Good catch, it is.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jordan Lasley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
If I could hold these fuckers still field goal, that would be
second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that'll set them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind.
He might be getting the ball back here. Hold on, man. Hold on now. Hold on now.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. We put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He gets it to Brown. Complete.
Oh my fucking God! I put you in the cloud.
All the way to the 49. A game of 26.
What fucking sense is this made, bro?
That's what we're used to
I
seeing
put
from
you
him
purposely in the fucking cloud.
He's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary.
What is this? I press a triangle to get a pick.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3.
We're going big nine
and
this
that'll
time.
lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Protect the sticks, please.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
Why are they not playing that, bro? I'm putting you guys in fucking
on the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it.
Top
if there's
outside.
no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe he didn't want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First carry for James Conner, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the
So you're
third
telling
quarter
me
action.
I don't get a block
Very
shit
contested
from
game
no.
at this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his fourth touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Oh my God.
Boswell for the extra point.
What?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sheesh.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
You're telling me
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting
that
with his receivers.
he's
Really
wide the
hasn't gotten a
fuck
whole lot
open.
better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fights off the defender. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, shit.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play went
Come on,
nowhere.
please give me the ball back.
It'll be back at the 36.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire trend.
How does he get
fucking first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41?
He catches the ball below the line and
catch
he
of
gets
the
fucking...
afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Holy shit, holy shit.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up.
Yes, I heard Le'Veon Bell. Fuck you. I heard Le'Veon Bell. Thank fucking God. Fuck.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back.
Okay, come on. Just a field goal. Just a field goal.
Third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key third down.
Don't match coverage.
If you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
What is my DB? Don't tell me all Madden not cheating, bro.
Here we go.
He just threw it over my DB's head, and he did not
The only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
You can't tell me all Madden not cheating, bro.
They go play action here on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Oh, yes, I'm
The
talking
Raven
about
defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. The objective there, I mean, yes, a positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
It's caught inside the 25.
Bitch. Fuck you.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Hell yeah, sit on this bitch. Fuck. Please be in cover 3. I don't want to throw more fucking deep balls anymore.
They'll look to throw. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashawn Perriman with his third touchdown of the game, number 15
I can't go
on the
now.
year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time.
What?
Pittsburgh. 62
Oh, my God.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand.
Oh, my God.
Offside. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
My name's going to go for 2. Fuck.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown with time running out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So they're unable to
shitting me right now, bro.
Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because the field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why.
And I knew that bullshit was going to happen, too. That's the crazy part.
Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range or they'll run through the post.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
No way in hell they run the ball here.
Obviously, the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
No. You play vertical hook.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Let's go. Play the fuck off. I don't need no fucking mistakes. Fuck that. They throwing this fucking Hail Mary. Oh my god.
One last shot for Roethlisberger.
Yes.
And it's incomplete.
Let's fucking get it.
So their final drive comes up empty.
Oh my
the ball game
god.
is over.
Fuck the fucking
Final
CPU.
play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm down another lineman. Fuck me. Nope, I'm definitely not responding to him. No, thank you. I'm getting rid of your weak ass anyway, so I don't give a fuck. Fuck this CPU, flick the CPU, flick the CPU, flick the CPU.